Actually, I tell you, talking about the theatre and cinema and music, you actually appeared in all of the Beatles films.
That's right.
Is that right?
Yeah, they asked me. They said, "You got to be in our film, Vic," you know. And funnily enough, it's happened to me just last year. Prince has just done a new movie called Under the Cherry Moon, and he said, "I got to have Victor Spinetti in this film because he was in all the Beatles films." So I got another job out of those.
What were the Beatles like, Victor?
Oh, they were great characters. Really, when I say they were great characters, they really were very. They were extraordinary people because they were so ordinary. And to be truly ordinary is to be extraordinary. If you know what I mean.
Yes, I know what you mean.
Very simple, very direct. The height of excitement during the Beatlemania period was to go down to Ringo's and have tongue and chips, brown bread and butter, and a cup of tea and watch telly. And that was considered really wild.
Really?
But it was all amazing to get away from all that and sit around.
You always have a love of the stage.
Yes, I do.
Anything. I mean, pantomime, serious plays, musicals.
Yes, it doesn't matter much. Yes, I enjoy a public. You know, going out live and appealing to people there and then is much more exciting. I mean, I love television and I love filming for different reasons, but nothing quite compares with the excitement of being on stage with a live audience.
Now, very briefly, of course, everybody always considers you as a person of action. I mean, you played Kathy Gale in The Avengers, and what a tremendous series that is.
Yes, it was super, that. Yes, I really enjoyed that. Nobody ever forgets that.
Would you like to forget that series?
No, I don't think so, no. But it's just as well that I don't, because it just comes up every time. That and Goldfinger was quite a good follow-up to that, you know.
Now, you've been in so many plays, like Ray, you were in The Saint.
Oh, yes, I've done. I was in the original Saints and the second lot of Saints. I did...
Ian Ogilvy.
That's right. I did it in south of France, which was very nice because we did a double. In other words, it was 2 episodes, and my mother lives in the south of France, so I stayed with her.
Which also includes Special Branch,
yes,
actually.
Yes, indeed. Yes, that was great fun. I enjoyed that. I only did the two lots of that, and then I went to do other things after that. Well, I enjoyed that. That was fun.
And you've appeared in quite a number of films. I was talking to you a moment ago about Where Eagles Dare with Richard Burton and Clint Eastwood.
Yes,
what are your memories of that film?
The beautiful location. That was the main memory. And how many hamburgers Clint Eastwood ate. He had 8. And that's when I stopped believing in God. Because I thought anybody who is that thin and eats 8 hamburgers in one go, there is obviously no God.
Now, Glenda, how did you actually start your acting career, very briefly?
It's such a long way away now. I was working in Boots Cash Chemists in my hometown, and a friend of mine was with the local amateurs and said, "Come along, it's fun," and I did, and somebody said, "You should do this professionally." So I wrote to the only drama school I'd ever heard of, which was the Royal Academy of Dramatic Art, and I got myself in there for 2 years.
Glenda, you've done a lot of television, a lot of film. Do you prefer the stage?
No, I don't. I don't like television, but I like film and stage about equally. And I find them both in their different ways very exciting mediums to work in.
And you work over in the States quite a bit as well?
Well, not that much. I mean, I was there last year. Yes, I have worked there, but you go where the work is. I mean, and if it's in America, then you go to America.
I read somewhere, actually, that you didn't at first go onto the stage. You wanted to become a teacher, didn't you?
Well, I was a teacher. It was my family who didn't want me on the stage. I always wanted to be a dancer in the theatre, but my father didn't particularly want me to. So the compromise was that I trained to be a teacher of dancing and gymnastics, because at school I always loved games and gym, and dancing, of course, I'd adored from the age of about 5. And I went to a college in London and did a year of it. And I really knew that wasn't what was right for me to be a teacher. I wanted to dance myself. And as bad fortune in a way would have it, my father, who was a ship's captain, had a very serious heart attack and had to retire about 10 years before he would have retired. And he was a wonderful man. He said, well, if it's the stage you want, you've got to earn your living at once. So we must see what we can do about that. And he and my mother worked out for me to go back to a dancing school I'd been to when I was a youngster. And from there I went right into the West End. I was very lucky with him.